Okay. CHAR showed up on the Momo. That was played yesterday. I just don't really play it again. You got YOUL. Problem is there's no catalyst on anything. Few minutes to 7 o'clock. So yesterday was good. Who knows what today will bring. Let me. The stream has actually started. It says it has. Okay. Yeah, it says it has started. Should be a 2-second delay, to be quite honest. Okay. So far, we don't have anything on the top press releases. You have TRCK at 6:30. Hyperscale Data Subsidiary. I don't think there's anything there. There's nothing here on y'all quite yet. About 40%. Problem is it has no catalyst. And I'm trying to grow my account because I switched over from Interactive Brokers and yeah, YOUL is completely out. I switched over from Interactive Brokers to Lightspeed, and I transferred over 26,000 to get me over to PDT roll. But the thing is, you got to be careful because you don't want to lose 1,000 and be under it, and then I have to put more money in there. So I'm just trying to grow it slowly, and then I'll ramp things up. But that is how it's done. Now, if we look at the change percentage, yeah, so you can sort by change percentage or volume. Now, you're not going to see the TZ Momo quite yet. You're not going to see the TZ Momo on your desktop because I'm still testing it. There's things I got to fix, like this ATR. For some reason, it shows $1, and change percent is not showing. So I got to fix that. Once I fix that, then I can release it out to everybody. And I fixed the VWAP on the platform. I don't know why I had it mixed up. It was all kind of crazy. But the VWAP is back. Lightspeed's a really, really fantastic broker as far as executions, and the platform is good. It's a kind of like a bare minimum, I think. An MVP for a platform, minimal viable product, which that works fine. I'm using it, it's working fine. Now, my charting platform that I'm working on, as you can see right here, I'm kind of working on it. This right here is a 5-minute. As you can see, it lines up with what's on our chart. It's just it needs to be updated. So when also I need to put the VWAP on there. When it switches over every 5 minutes, somehow it doesn't switch over, but I think that's the desktop part of it. The data is fine, and as far as like uh, as far as the number here, the speed of the chart keeping up when things go crazy, it's good. It keeps up. It should. The code is written in Rust. So Rust is definitely can keep up with C++. I think Lightspeed is written in C++. But I wanted to write everything in Rust because I really enjoy that language. I know C++, and it is fun. We got Orval Movers AEMD. Why did that show up? A little strange. Orval Movers. Okay, it must have been the volume right up in here. Must have been that volume right up in here. But yeah, this is what the charting platform kind of looks like. I mean, I'm not going to say charting platform. That's what the chart looks like for this is what the TZ chart looks like, because it's not going to be a charting platform. It may be in a couple of years, depends on how this app goes. If a lot of people download it and use it, then I will kick off a full-blown platform as well as execution for like Lightspeed and Cobra. I'll have the integrations for that with like a level 2 and a tape and everything. There's a lot of ideas I have, but right now I just want to get a scanner working pretty top notch. Which it's working. I just have to be able to get it out to people to test. I mean, right now the scanner's working. I'm able to make money from it. So if I'm able to make money, you should be able to make money. Right now, I looked at my stats on TraderView, and I'm at 75% win rate. It kind of got clobbered, and plus my P&L got clobbered because there was a stupid mistake that was made. I hit a hotkey I did not know existed, but I just kind of AMD Evoke. Oh, Evoke doing? Evoke has no news right now. Evoke has no news. Evoke has news, just popped. Evoke has news, it just popped. FDA news. It's FDA news. Okay. Evoke Pharma announces listing of new something patent and FDA Orange Book. I have no idea what the Orange Book is. I'll look at that later. That's the first time Orange Book. GIMOTI, I don't know. Imoti? I have no idea. All I know is that it is a catalyst. It is a catalyst. That is, we do know. The only one we've got so far, and there's volume coming in. Got a 5-cent spread on Evoke. You want to wait for the 5-minute to form. We don't want it to retrace 50%, to be quite honest. The spread's tightening up. Problem is we got massive volume, selling volume in this current candle. I don't like that. I don't like that just because, yeah, we got really big volume there. It was kind of drying up, which was nice. Got change percent 31%. Got about a minute and a half for the candle, for the 5-minute candle to close. I think if we get 817, break 817, we might be able to get somewhere. Now, that THAR, as you can see, the news kind of went off, but I need to fix that, and I do have an idea of what's causing that problem. And I will be fixing that soon. It's how the asynchronous code is working. Yeah, I just don't like the selling in this. It's not that good. See, the news came back, and I instead of working on the TZ chart, I really need to clean up some code and actually fix little small bugs like that. What I need to do, just fix little small bugs like that. I just don't like this, just because of the volume coming in. The volume's kind of heavy on the 1 minute. I mean, this right here, these three is not what we want. You got increasing volume, and you have a close, 2 candles that closed. Got 2 candles that closed below the EMA. That I don't like. I don't like that it's below the EMA and it's below 810, below the VWAP, which the VWAP is, I mean, it just started. So you have to take that with a grain of salt. Now, the 5-minute is fine. The 5-minute is looking halfway decent. It's above the non-EMA, which is nice. But if we get a break of 817, this might be in play, and then your stop is at 748. So that's what I'm looking at. I mean, all of this is educational purpose, so all of this is educational purpose. You can read right here. Content channels for educational and information purposes only and should not be considered financial or investment advice. We are here just to teach people, to be quite honest. All we're here, that's all I'm here for. There is no we. I'm the only sole person. ISPC showed up on the Momo. Don't know why that showed up on it. ISPC, who is that? PC. ISPC, it showed up on the Momo, and there is a reason why. Oh. You look at this, ISPC. If you look at this, the Momo scanner, it's this candle here. Now this candle here, the previous 5 minute is making a higher high and higher lows with volume, and that's what we're looking for. That's why it showed up. That's why it showed up. Let's go back to Evoke. Evoke has got massive volume. I don't like that. Not on the 1 minute. It could curl back up, but we don't know. It's the only thing with the catalyst. We got APM with the catalyst too. We have APM with the catalyst. It's actually APM with the catalyst. Go ahead and put old Evoke over here as well. Got to keep an eye on you. Keep an eye on you there, buddy. Got to keep an eye on old Evoke. We got 1 cent spread on APM. APM showed up. Oh, APM, what kind of news you got? APM has news. APM has news. We broke the $2 mark, and we're going to hold the $2 mark, which will be nice. We got the EMA curling up. Change percent is 52. 2%. Light speed on level 2 is saying 56 because it keeps fluctuating up and down. Had a big seller at Yeah, I don't know what's happening with the old APM here. There's some big selling up there. Needs to break the 201, 201, 206. Evoke is not doing anything. APM, I scalped that a little bit. APM, I got in here, I got out, took a small loss on that. I got in right here, and then I sold into the pop. That's how that was played on APM. I bought it at 204 and I sold it at 218. Sold half at 218 and then sold the rest at 214. So that's how that was played. That's like a 10, 14 cent, 10 cent move. That was decent. APM is really the only thing with news. It's actually moving. I really just don't like the volume in this and the yeah, I mean, I scalped it, got in at 204. I got in at 204, sold half at 218, dumped the rest at 214. That's a 14 cents and 10 cents. Spread was a penny, so the spread's nice. The spread's a penny. That's nice. Yeah, I just not feeling old APM at the moment. And Evoke. Evoke is getting ready to break. Evoke getting ready to break 736. That would be a stop that. Going to break that 7.5. So I scalped that a little bit. Take a look at this. 752. I got in at 752, got out up here at 772. Um, so Evoke is okay. I mean, it ain't a real banger. It, as you can see, it kissed the VWAP right there, and it's kind of selling off. Um, that's kind of why I got out at there. I just didn't quite like it not being able to break that, to be honest. Yeah, boy, I'm glad I dumped that bad boy. That was a very small winner. Um, Evoke. APM was the best one. Evoke was okay. That was a very small winner. But hey, it is what it is. Got Scanner just kind of not doing very much right now. Pre-market movers. I got APM and Evoke. APM and Evoke. APM and Evoke is the best one so far. So I had a loser on APM and I had a winner on APM, and then I had a winner on Evoke. Okay. Yeah, APM is looking good. APM is pretty decent. Just slowly grinding up. I mean, if we look at APM, it's above the VWAP. I mean, Evoke is below the VWAP. That's why it's just kind of bouncing, pinning. It's pinning in between the EMA and the VWAP. APM is looking pretty decent. I should have focused on that. I just don't like how kind of curling over right here, but we did kind of break that, to be honest. And we broke 214 up to 222. So yeah, that was pretty nice. We might be able to get some play up in there. And if you're looking at the 15 right here, if you're looking at the 15 at the 5, we broke 215. Now we ran up to 228, so we're up to 221. So I mean that's okay. Your stop is down there at 211, so 215, 211, or even at 205. So you know that's good. APM has news. DymaR Bioscience and Aptorum Group announces New York State approval for APOE phenotyping test. Okay, I'll take that. APM, uh, APM, I got in here and then I got out, took a small loss. Then we were breaking this. Uh, and then I saw the volume coming in, so I got in and then I got out up in here and took a 14-cent winner up in here, which was pretty nice. And Evoke was just a quick scalp. I mean, you had to be extremely quick on old Evoke. Evoke right here, you had to be extremely quick on Evoke. The main thing is it was breaking 736, which is 736 right up in here somewhere. Yeah, right up in here is 736, and once it broke that 742, I kind of had a hoping we'd go up to 8.5, get $1, but we didn't. So took half off up in this area. And then once we started coming back down, I was looking at the level 2. I just got out of the rest. There's no reason for me to take a full stop out when it's not needed, so I just cut it. Like I said, you pop or I drop. That's just the way the game is played. You either pop or I drop. Got APM that's looking pretty decent at 215 and you're at 230. That's a 15-cent winner. APM and Evoke is really only ones that we really got. Evoke, you had to be very disciplined and get the heck out of the Dodge on that one. Yeah, you had to be very disciplined just to get out on that. If you didn't, you got slaughtered. God. Let's take a look at this. Because we don't have much going on. Evoke. I just want to go over Evoke and how I played that. That right here, I was thinking we could break this area right here. I mean, we were at 742. So we had a run up, we had a pullback. We're below the VWAP, which is a little concerning. But I take that with a grain of salt because we're just starting. We're just starting. I might put in like an anchored VWAP on my TC charts, but yeah. So we broke 736, we broke 742. You can either get in when we have a pullback like this. I mean, it retraced more than 50%, which is kind of concerning, but the volume dried up. So then I was thinking, okay, we can break 742, we can get in. So uh, at the got 742. So right up here, that's what I was thinking. If we broke that, we could get in, and then I got in at 739, and then just scalped some out, which had to be quick because it dumped 2 bars back. It dumped. Right now, it's running. It's I hit the R-vol. APM is Evoke is running. Got a 5 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent spread. I hit that $8. Got a little topping tail that's forming. We got big volume coming in. Need to break. Need to break. Look at the past history on this thing at the 5 minute. You got a lot of shorts up in here. I mean, you got a lot of shorts up in here. I'm thinking if we break that 817 area, we could actually get something going on. Got APM pulling back right now. We got our eyes on Evoke. I'm thinking if 817, because the play is you move up. We have we have a pullback. Pullback is more than 50%. A little concerning, more than I like, but we have like a slow grind. We have a lot of shorts up in here, as you can see. More than likely, we got a lot of shorts. That right there is, this right here is not profit taking. In my honest opinion, that's not profit taking. That's shorts. Wanting to short this. Bunch of degenerates. But I'm thinking the playbook is we get a pop, we get a pullback, and I like to get it on the break of the open on that pullback. Try to get those shorts out of there. Now, if we break 817, that's good. If we break 861, you could possibly be even better. But you got a lot of people short in this area. You got a lot of people short in that area, so that's one thing. But we have APM and Evoke. AEMD is the next one. AEMD is not doing anything. We got Thar. Thar's not doing anything either. We played that yesterday. That was a good play. $7.43, people. We got a lot of people short up in here. That's why I'm not touching it until we break this 817. And even then, I got to think about what I want to do. I have APM that bounced off the VWAP. APM bounced off the VWAP. We got a nice bounce off that VWAP. Got a VWAP bounce play going on. Glad I got the VWAP back on. I don't know what was going on. Actually, I do. Wrong setting. If Evoke doesn't, if EVOK doesn't break, if Evoke doesn't hold the 9 EMA at 722, that could have a problem. Right now, it's getting pinned in between the EMA and the VWAP. EMA 722, VWAP is 768, so it's getting pinned in between there. So something's going to break. You should not be in the middle of that, though. Reason for that is that does not give you an edge. The news is there, but it does not give you an edge. You're looking for an edge just to ride the coattails. APM is not setting up. It's just kind of consolidating, to be honest. Got a little bit of selling up in here. If you look at the 5-minute on APM, yeah, you got some selling up in here. You had a little bounce play off the VWAP. I mean, could have played the bounce off at 211, have your stop at 206, and kind of got yourself 10 cents right there. I had a little, that's a little bounce off the VWAP. I just don't like playing that on these on these low floaters. APM's got shares outstanding 5.6 million. I mean, the float's 5.8 million. So, yeah, we got Evoke. I don't know what the Evoke, I don't know what that is. Um, we're 10 minutes to 13 minutes to 8 o'clock. You got to be careful with these low floaters here. 8 o'clock, these institutions turn on their systems. That's what I'm thinking. There's a lot of stuff being done up. That's a lot of volume on that 1 minute. That's a lot of volume. So I'm thinking, what's up with the code? Um, because you see how the news went away and then news came back on Evoke and kind of went away on APM. Really need to put in some debug code on that. Why that is happening. I have a pretty good assumption because I'm building out the data for this server and I am attaching the news to it. Sometimes I mean, it's not a race condition. What we call race conditions, because there's a race of what process is being done first. But I'm just thinking that I'm executing, getting the news and attaching it to the ticker at the wrong time. That's what I'm thinking. And there's an error that happens and it doesn't get attached. I just need to put in some debug code and figure that out real quick. So you could have played this right here. We had a run up. We had a little micro pullback here on the 5 minute. Could have gotten in on the break of 215 or break of 220. And then it ran up to 228. Got yourself 8 cents, ran up to 236. Possibly got yourself 15 cents on that. If you can get the top, more than likely you can't. But more than likely you'll get in like at 220 and then get out like at 230. It's like 10 cents right there. APM. APM I bought at 204 and sold the first half at 218 and the rest at 214. So, yeah. But you can get yourself 10 cents. I mean, 10 cents, just think about it. 1,000 shares, that's netting you $100. 1,000 shares on a $2 stock, $2,000, $100. They also, if you can do that consistently, if you can be disciplined and cut your losers when you need to, you will build your account, people. You will build your account. Because I was wrong. I was wrong. I got stopped out. Because up in here, I got in up in here. Up in here, I got in. Because there was bullish engulfing that was setting up. I mean, we had the EMA sloping upwards. Everything was a go. Everything was a go. That was at 7:15. So yeah, that was a go right there. Then all of a sudden, it just started. It couldn't break, and it was getting weak, and I just cut it. I didn't even take a full stop out. I just cut it. Um, and then it broke, and I got back in. I mean, you can always do that because we don't know. This thing could have went all the way down to $1.40. Were you gonna hold that? I don't think so. Not on these crap companies. No, sir. No, sir. This old dog ain't doing that. But then we had a reversal right here. Then we started breaking it. I got 204, which was right here. So at 204, I saw this reversal candle. We started coming back in. We started getting the volume. I was looking at the tape. And I was like, it's a go, boys. It's a go, boys and girls. I jumped in at 204. Boom. 218 right up in here somewhere. 218. Boom. Got it. I didn't get the top. You ain't going to get the top. If you do, you just lucky. But that's how you can play that. You can get in at 215 on the break it at 215. Let's say you sold at 226. Okay, that's fine. That's 10 cents. That's good. A little pullback right here, a little micro pullback right here. Uh, I say you get in at 226 and get out at 240. There we go. Another 10, 15 cents more than likely. 10 cents first time, 10 cents second time. Well, actually, maybe you lose 10 cents the first time. You win 10 cents, so now you break even. Now you make 10 cents, so you're up 10 cents. I mean, commissions are so cheap. Just the way it is. I'm not playing because, yeah, we got 2.5. I just don't like. I usually try to get the first and second try. After that, I just don't play it. I just don't play it. I get the first, like this right here, first trade. You can get a second trade. That's it. Be done. Move on. Before you know it, make yourself $100. Before you know it, you're down. You're down 50. You double your size. You're trying to get it back, and then you're down 150, 100 maybe. I don't know. Then you're tilted. Topping tail in the 1 minute. If you can break that, that might be a pretty good deal. If you can break that 244, gotta look at the level 2. I need to fix the level 2 to try to get that over here. I'd like to have it right over here, but I'm having a problem. Maybe I can try and do that again. Maybe I can try to do that again. Let's try that again. Try this a second time. Unlink that. Link that. We were looking at APM. Let's bring that back in. So M evoke. Oh, come on. So Won't, that's it. It won't let you do that. Happy. Won't let me do it. Do it. Trying to get 2 level 2s of the same ticker and it won't let me do it. Yeah, see what I talked about topping tail right there? Yeah, we're kind of sloping upwards, but this was the play right up in here. That was the play right up in here. $757. If we break 244, you gotta look at it. We're gonna break it. Yep. 44. We break 244. If you're in at 244, you don't want it to come back to 244, to be quite honest. You don't want it to come back. Yeah. It needs to pop. It needs to pop. $236 is the EMA. $236 is the EMA. 36 people. 237. So we got a little extension up here. We popped 2.5. So we popped 2.5. We got in, if you got in 244, you popped that 2.5. Now it could come down. We got nice volume in there. It could come down to 237 right here. You see that? At 237 is the EMA. That's basically your support, to be honest. I mean, I play off the EMA. That's just me. I play off EMA, price action, and volume. You got Evoke still pinned at the EMA and VWAP on a 5-minute. We got weak volume on that previous 1 minute. You can break 2.5. We probably get a nice little run. 249. You got big support at 248. I saw big support at 248. You need to see green on the tape, and I'm seeing red. That's not good. $52, $253. Green on the tape. That's what you want. Green on the tape. See what I'm talking about? 8 o'clock. Bunch of crazy whack jobs. Crazy little nutbags. And you're going to see the R-vol movers down at the bottom. Right up in here, down at the bottom. You'll see that kind of pop here pretty soon with a bunch of stuff. I just ignore it. 8 o'clock whack jobs. I mean, APM on the daily, it had a nice big run, 92%. Good. Yeah, so you got all these institutions and hedge funds and all these algos, they just go all nutty at 8 o'clock. Wish that wasn't allowed. I mean, you got the ECNs that open up at 8 o'clock, so, and then you got all these traders, institutions, all these big dogs, they just go all nutty on this. Mainly, I think it's the algos, but because see if let's start picking stuff that doesn't have news, not moving like rhyme. I can't really look at that. NWTG. Okay, we got VS at 8 o'clock. IMRX. See, like IMRX didn't get hit that bad with it. So, I mean, IMRX, I mean, there's nothing here. There's no catalyst. I wouldn't trade that. There's catalyst. No reason for it to be ADN. ADN, there's no catalyst. There's nothing moving. We pick that out. I mean, ADN, there's nothing there. I really only want to trade something with a catalyst, to be quite honest. I mean, there's volume in ADN. I mean, previous volume's 277,000 on my scanner says 230,000. So you can do what you want. But me personally, IMRX has news. IMRX has news. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock announces $25 million private placement. Okay. IMRX has news. Let's see what that's up to. Let's see what that is going to do. IMRX, BPM, Evoke. I just don't know about it. Evoke, IMRX. Put you right up here. APM, maybe we put IMRX up here. Put APM down here. Just getting my charts all situated. IMRX has news. It's up 10%, 15%, 16%, 17%. So IMRX has got a catalyst. IMRX has a catalyst. As you can see, it's way down here. But if you sort by volume, it's up here. And that's why I like volume. Evoke. IMRX is dropping off on the volume a little bit. Got APM on the volume. APM on the volume. APM, you got Evoke. Evoke is just being panned again. Evoke, IMRX, ISPC. Nothing here. You got APM that's looking pretty good. IMRX. Got some popping tails in IMRX, so I just don't know. I might be quite honest. I might just wait until 8:30 and see what happens. But also, I mean, the Momo scanner. We'll see what that one. What's the SPY kind of looking, shaping up like? Not too good. Got IMRX. The thing about IMRX is that you got little topping tails. The 5-minute. I mean, on the 5-minute, if you look at this, you see that topping tail right there? That's like half the candle. Yesterday we saw that, and then we had it. I can't remember what it was on, but play was pretty decent. And it's below the VWAP, so it really needs to get above 390 on the 5-minute. I mean, it really needs to get above 390. I mean, the EMA is looking fine, but then again, we only got like 10 minutes of data for that, so it's, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt. Take it as you will. IMRX got a big topping tail on the current 5-minute. That's not good. It broke the $4, but it just didn't hold it. It broke the $4, but it just didn't hold it. Broke up to 405. That's not good. IMRX has a ATR of 32 cents on a 1-minute. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. 32 cents. APM's got 31 cents. APM's shaping up. APM is shaping up. APM is shaping up. Got that 244. See, with these little institutions and their little whack job computers they like to play with, you can get out here. If you got in, got your little money, you get out before, and then let them settle it down, and then you can get back in. See, this is what I like to see is we have a higher high, higher low with some volume in there, and then you can get in on the break of that 245. And then you got 259, 240. You got a bunch of stuff, about 10-15 cent deal right there so far. I mean, that's what you can do. You can just scalp a little bit out of here. It's kind of hard to look at the 5-minute. I mean, higher high, higher low, but that's 8 o'clock. A little nuttiness goes on at 8 o'clock, so that's kind of hard to play. But right here, you got the EMA sloping up when that candle closed. Made a higher high, higher low on a 1-minute. So you are sloping upwards. You're running up. You can get in on the break at 245 and got 255, 260. You got yourself about 10-15 cents out of this deal. I mean, that's how it's played. That's how it's played. You look at the 5-minute for setups, make sure you're in the right direction, and then you go to 1-minute for your executions. And when you're doing this, when you're doing stuff like this, you got 245, your stop's at 235, you got a 10-cent stop. You easily got a 1-for-1 right there. You easily got a 1-for-1. If you're at a 60% win rate, you're good to go. I looked at my stats. I'm at 75% win rate. I'm a little picky. I only trade stuff with Catalyst. That's all I do. We got 260. We got a break of that micro pullback right there. 263. We need to get 273. 263. Guess selling at 265. 10,000. 265. I need to widen that. I can't see. Need to widen that. Widen that. Widen that too. Widen this. Now I can see it a little bit better. A little scrunched up. So if you got in on the break of that micro pullback at 261 and you got up here at 268, you got support at 255. So, but you need to be seeing IMRX is selling off. Could get a bounce off of the EMA. I mean, APM was traded earlier. The first trade on APM was a loss. The second one was a winner. Then Evoke was a winner. Evoke was a winner at 12 cents. 10 cents, then 12 cents. Yeah, so I mean, Evoke. What are we looking at? Shut your mouth and look at the chart. We got to bounce off the EMA. Thinking if we break the 286, on IMRX, which is the spread. You got to look at the spread, make sure what's up. What's up? Things are kind of slowing down. What's in IMRX? IMRX is down here. Heck, it is. IMRX is not showing up. The reason it's not showing up is because it has a change of 7.5%. Okay. Okay, let's go back to APM. Let's go back to APM. It might make a comeback. Okay, we ain't going to play the 5-minute break on that because honestly, it really needs to be like 20%. I mean, we got APM. Let's take a look at all this. We got PTIX, but PTIX has no catalyst, people. PTIX has no catalyst. Let's take a look at APM. APM is just flatlining. Like I said, if you follow me, first attempt, first trade, good. Second trade, good. You need to walk away. Don't be double tripping dipping on these bad boys. They will slaughter your P&L. They will. You go tripping dipping on these things. Whoa, you go triple dipping on these things and they will just slaughter you. Yeah, I ain't touching that. I don't know what the heck that was. I'll probably show on my chart too. What's that? APM? Yeah, so this is TZ charts. Oh, we got a nice little break. We got a nice little break on that. 70. Let's see what we can get here, boys. 262, 272. You got yourself 10 cents. Up 10 cents. Arca, NASDAQ. Oh, got a big order at 273. Got a big order at 277,000. Order at 273. 73. We got 30. Yeah. Getting eaten up. 272. We got green on the tape. Got a little micro pullback. Boom. At 261, 268. If it came back to your break even, just get it. Come on. Get out with the pin. Pay your commissions a little bit. 274. I'm gonna get 275. We got 275. 275. We got 21,000, 25,000, 26, 20, getting eaten up. Gonna hold that bad boy, and if you're in at 262, if you're in here at 262, you need to be looking to take, to be quite honest, always pay yourself. Always pay yourself. Pay yourself, because nobody else is going to pay you. The market ain't going to pay you. The market ain't going to hit that button for you. Or your keyboard. It ain't going to hit it for you. Not going to hit it for you, people. Hit it for you. Got to do it yourself. I just don't like spikes. Look, crazy wacko stuff. Yeah, done. When I refresh the chart on mine, it doesn't, as you can see, it did show up in the beginning. Now it didn't show up. And I'm just thinking it's just orders that are being corrected, to be honest. Orders that are AEMD is just turning. Got APM that's looking decent. APM looking decent. APM looking decent. 820. It's 820. We had a higher high, higher low on that, but the volume wasn't there. Problem with that, the volume wasn't there. Volume dried up on that. We got, yep. APM's looking good. APM is looking good. Need to go take a peek. I know you wanted it. The 271 EMA. 71 EMA. $71 on EMA. I wonder what the market hours is going to bring. Yeah, see, the charting fine. I don't know why it does that. See, it needs to refresh. It didn't update. I got to fix that somehow, but it is what it is, people. If you look at APM again, boom, you see it fixed. So it just needs to refresh. I just need to find the time to fix that problem. But we can do that. Okay. So I'm kind of playing around with this up top. We have a header up top. We have the high-low. So right now, this is 28 cents. So if you want to risk, I think I have $25 in. I don't know. If you want to buy like 89 shares, you can buy like 100. Yeah. But I'm just kind of working on that to help people with how many shares should I buy? Where's my stop? Where's my stop? How many shares should I buy? Things like that. Because some people just trade like, oh, I just trade 1,000 shares on any old thing, and not, not, not how you do it. That's not how you do it. Okay, so we got APM's looking decent. Oh my word! Just woke up and you won it. Wow. Okay. Yeah, see, that's why I don't like playing the game too much, because APM is just kind of PTIX. PTIX, I don't think PTIX has news though. Actually, it does. PTIX has news. The PTIX, if that was on your radar, you bought at 348. Now it's at 377. That's good. That's good. PTIX is actually good. PTIX had news that was right down in here. Multiple dose phase 1 trial, positioning for phase 2 in stress and mood disorders. PTIX looking decent. We had a break of this right here of 348. Break it at 348 right there. Kind of came back down. 31. 320. Have SLQT with news. Not much volume in that, not much volume. PTIX has volume. That's a good thing. I'm in PTIX at 392. That's why I'm... Okay, I'm out of PTIX. Sorry about that. I usually shut my mouth when I'm trading. I just keep my mouth shut when I'm trading. All right, PTIX. 392. I can't remember. So I bought some at 389 and I sold at 409. So, and there was just some weakness up in here. So that's why I just got out. As you can see there, right there's some weakness. That's why I just got out. I don't know what I was doing, but I did miss. I did miss that 348 move all the way up to. I could have made 50 cents on that, but I don't know what I was doing. I was either getting coffee or taking a pee. I think I had to take a pee. So for PTIX, that pee cost me a little money. Yeah, I need to start wearing adult diapers around here. That pee cost me money. PTIX. I don't know where PTIX is on pre-market. On pre-market movers. I don't know. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to look. F SLQT. I mean, I don't know what's going on with PTIX. I mean, I got in on the trade. I bought at 389. So where's 389? I think it was up in here. So we had this right here. I mean, the really good trade was right here at 335 up to 350. That was the awesome trade. And you get some, and then you have a pullback right back to the EMA, and then you get in on the break of that one. Thank you very much. That was the trade. All right, I'm going to have to eat. Thank you. Good job. All right. I'm going to have to look at this. I'm going to eat real quick before the market opens. But PTIX, I don't know why that's not showing up on the scanner. It was. I wouldn't have it up here. I mean, I got it up here on my screen. You don't see because I'm following like 3 or 4 stocks, usually 3. Um, it's not showing up here. I don't know why, but oh well. PTIX was good. Okay, PTIX showed back up on the scanner. I don't know why it didn't show up. I need to really create log files. Advances into multi-dose phase 1 trial position for phase 2 and stress and mood disorders. So PTIX was good. I need to look why it didn't. SLQT is not looking so hot, but PTIX. Oh, you need it? Yeah, here. I'm not playing rent. There's nothing. Just don't like it. Look at a 1 minute. Look at that huge topping tail right there. Nice spread, about 2 cents, but huge topping tail in the 1 minute. 5 minute was ramping up. Look at that 5 minute. Huge topping tail right there at 820. We had a little doji. We broke the doji at 533. We ran up to 573. That was a nice move, but it didn't show up because it just didn't move enough for it to really show up on the scanner. It's got to be over 10%. And then right here it shows up, but then, yeah, there's nothing there. And look at the selling volume on this current 5 minute. I mean, look at that selling volume, big, huge topping tail. We got massive volume coming in. Got big, massive volume on that topping tail right there. That's just telling you to stay the heck away from it. I mean, yeah, it had news. It popped. It didn't show up on the scanner. So other scanners as well, or a lot of people are just looking for over 10%. What's the rent float? 2 million. That's good. I mean, rent has volume, but not the kind of volume I like as far as it going to the downside volume. But yeah, there's nothing there. APM is getting pinned again. APM, no, Evo. I wonder what old Evoke did. Evoke is not doing so hot. Doing so hot. Look at APM. APM was already played quite a few times. TIX was played. That was a really nice move. If you made your money on this one here, this pop, you made your money on that micro pullback and a break of that. You could have gone for a 2-bar break right there at 237 and sold at 251, or actually 257 up here at the top. As a pullback, we have another break right here. The volume was drying up. The volume was lower on that red candle. That red candle as well. I mean, had a pullback, could have done a 2-bar break at 237, sold up here at 251. You got yourself a little profit. You get a little pullback here. Got in here, you got a little pullback here. You could have either sold all of it as it's coming down to your break even, and then you could have gotten right back in on this one because that selling volume was kind of like an inside bar, not much volume. Have the volume here, the volume there. We had a slope of the EMA. You could have gotten in here at 335. Your stops down there at 321, about 14 stop, and then you can run it up. I mean, that's how PIX could have been played. That was a really nice one. I missed half of the move because I was taking a pee for PTIX. Oh well. There's been many mornings when a cup of coffee has cost me money. And also going to the bathroom has cost me money. So, looks like I got to have a coffee pot in my office and won't start wearing adult diapers. Okay, people. Got here. My peoples, what's we got? Okay. All right. Okay. PTIX is coming back down. 381 is VWAP. 367 is the 5 EMA. The 5-minute EMA. Okay, but PTIX you should not be playing. There's a reason why. Move was already made. Move was already made right here. Move was already made right there. Should not be messing around with that bad boy. So time and time again, we see this. We see a pop right here. So we see a big pop right here on PTIX. Then we have a little pullback right here. I mean, yeah, the pullback has got some volume for the selling, but that's just telling you there's people that are going to be a bunch of degenerates and try to short this thing. Hey, I love you shorts, but hey, just love piling on stuff. But we make money off of you. You make money off of us. So it is what it is. But as soon as we broke the 348, we were good to go. Now we broke 357, 359. Once we broke that 359, I mean, you could have done the starter at 348 and added to it at 359, and then you got yourself a winner at about $4. Be good. I tried to play the $4 break move, and I got a little bit, but you know what? I missed like half the move, to be quite honest, because I was in the bathroom. I mean, maybe if I didn't wash my hands, I could have made more money, but hey, but I really could make more money if I put a coffee pot in my office and I start wearing adult diapers. Yeah. Hmm? Hey, somebody handed you $1,000. Would you crap yourself in an adult diaper? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So this right here, this right here, you could have done starter at 348, and you could have added to the position at 359. Now, let's say you rounded up to 360, got up to $4. That's a 40-cent move. Would you be happy with that? I believe so. We got 8 p.m. on the move. 8 p.m. is on the move again. 8 p.m. You are on the move again. 8 p.m. is on the move again. I had a pullback right here. I think it's 9:02. I'm kind of done, to be quite honest. Got a little doji right there. Got a little topping tail in that 1 minute. Oh, doji had some volume. But you know me, I don't keep playing this. I mean, why would you keep playing it? You had to move right here. Boom, you had a little pullback right here. Had a break of that bar, and you made another move. You made a little money here, probably, or break even. But then you made it up here. Uh, I'll say you did get a break even right here. 15. Let's say you get it to. Let's say you just made like 5 cents. Maybe you got in at 215. Low it down there was 17. I'll say it's a break even. Then you get another micro pullback. EMA sloping upwards. VWAP sloping upwards. Boom, you get in at 226. Get out at 251. It's about a quarter. Get yourself about 25 cents right there. That's a pretty good move on 1,000 shares. That's like $250 you pay yourself. 1,000 shares. 10,000 shares, you're looking pretty sweet. can do that because this right here was trading 2.3 million. That one was traded 2.2 million. That was traded 2.7 million. So do you think you can get in 10,000 shares? Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem at all. I was at 755 and you want to get out because little whack job institutions come on in and screw the market up for a few minutes. Wish the government would care of that. Like being in everybody else's business. Why can't you be in these business? So we have a nice run up. We have an inside bar. We had another inside bar. We had a break of that inside bar at 293. I mean, your stop could be at 288, 293. You're already up to $3. So you want to make sure pay yourself at the $3 mark and then don't come back to 293. You got to look at the level 2. You really got to look at the level 2. We've got 299, 298 on level 2. We got support coming in at 297. Got 3. Got green on the tape. We got a lot of red on tape on that one. We got 13,000 at 3. It needs to eat that up and go to 301. 301. We need to eat that up and go to 3. Nope. Got 3. 10,000 at 299. Yeah. Could be fizzling out. Could be fizzling out. If we don't break 302, you definitely don't want it to. You don't want a winner turn into a loser. I don't care if you're looking for your 1-to-1, 2-to-1, 3-to-1. Do not care. You do not let a winner turn into a loser. I don't care what these stinking gurus tell you. Take what the market can give you. Are those gurus paying you? No. Take what the market can give you. Read the tape. Read level 2. We got 299. We got a lot of selling up in there. That's why it can't break. See what I'm talking about? If you were in at 292, you need to be rethinking that situation real fast. You can always get back in. Always get back in. Pay yourself a little bit at the top there. Maybe you need to go to a break even. That's all right. You can always pay yourself. Go to a mental break even because it's pre-market. You can always get back in. I mean, look at me. I got I think it actually was APM. Let me scroll back here because it's quite future. Yeah, it was APM. APM, I got in. I was wrong. I got out. Okay, no big deal. Then I got back in. I got in, got out. I got in, looking at the seconds. I got in 16, 17. It was a minute, and I got out. 2 minutes later, I got back in. So I got into a trade. Within a minute, you either pop or I drop you. I dropped it, took a small loss. 2 minutes later, set up again. I went back in, made my money back, and then some. So, yeah, and then some. So that's just how the game is played. And then Evoke. Evoke, I did a real fast scalp on Evoke. That was nothing to write home about. Yeah. That was a quick scalp on Evoke around. When was Evoke? 725. Right up in this area right here. It was right up in this area. I tried to get a quick scalp on this area, breaking this, and try to get up here and break the VWAP, but it couldn't break the VWAP, so I got out. You know, I was the idiot that actually traded under the VWAP, breaking my own rule. Smacked myself for that. And then I got back in, let's see, Evoke. So APM was a good trade. You know, APM was good trades. You know, that was good. TIX. ETIX was good. That was above the VWAP. So, you know, if you want to stay safe, and here's the thing with this VWAP, you really need to take it with a grain of salt. Mainly, the main thing is EMA because so fast. The non-EMA is so fast. The VWAP you got to take with a grain of salt because right here, first candle, boom, you're not really getting anything until you go about 10, 15 minutes into the trade. So 5, 10, 15 minutes into the trade, 20 minutes into the trade. You really don't get anything until you actually start building up the price and the volume. VWAP, volume weighted average price, goes off the price and the volume. Well, the volume just massively. I mean, look at the volume for it. There's nothing. Then all of a sudden massively kicks in. That's going to skew the VWAP. I'm going to skew it a little bit. That's why I mainly go off the non-EMA, to be quite honest. But you do have to take in consideration VWAP. If you have some volume back in here you can really go off of, yeah, you could possibly do that. Just chart time you'll understand that expression chart time. TZ Momo, star, TZ Momo. The only reason it's TZ Momo is because we have higher high, higher lows right here. Right here, higher highs, higher lows. So right here at 9:10, you want to think about getting in. So at 9:10, yeah. So you can actually look at it. You don't need to wait for it confirmation. You can just look at the chart and be like, oh, if you're looking at THAR, if that's on your radar, which it wasn't on mine at all, I have APM, PTIX, and SLQT. SLQT is not doing very much. But THAR's got a nice continuation going on. I mean, you could have, we had a nice little run up here. We had a little pullback. So if you break this area right here, 490, you could probably run to the $5, and you did. You got to the $5. 487, get yourself 493. Pay yourself a little bit because you got resistance up there. Pay yourself a little bit. Come back to a break even, 487, 487. You know, it's holding the EMA. You paid yourself a little bit. You know, you could possibly go slightly below the non-EMA on the 1 minute because you've already paid yourself and you might be at break even. You got yourself a little bit more, and then it starts stalling out. Just get out. I mean, I know everybody wants that 2-to-1, 3-to-1 stuff, but to be honest, commissions are cheap with Cobra and Lightspeed. I like Lightspeed. The reason I like Lightspeed is just because their platform runs on a Mac, and I trade on a Mac. I got a M3 MacBook Pro, so I'm a software engineer, and that's what I trade on. Yeah, but Thar is pretty nice. It's actually moving up. It's Momoing. It's doing good. IX, I don't know what you're doing. SQLT, I don't know what you're doing either. PTIX, you know, APM, PTIX, SLQT. I don't think there's enough volume in SLQT to be quite honest. Let's take a look at this. Where is S? Yeah, there's not enough volume. We got APM, PTIX. I don't know what's up with PTIX. Let's just go. R is good volume, and we have AEMD. That's not looking good. Rent. I don't know what's up with rent. I just don't like that. ISPC. I don't like that either. Oh no, there's not much going on. I'll be honest, there ain't much going on. Let's see what. Let's just put this on the Qs. Qs is doing not so hot, to be quite honest. Qs ain't doing so hot. All right, let's go back to Thor. Thor, brother of Thor. Okay, so the Momo scan, I know the ATR says 1. That's incorrect in percentage. So I need to fix the ATR and the percentage. So I need to that out. Or just take it out. That change I like. ATR, I kind of like that. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments what you like. You like the ATR or not? I need to find out, how do I have to wait every time for it to trade a check the server, see how that's running. Server's running. Server is running. Ooh, big pop. That was a big pop on Thor. That was a big pop on Thor. That was a big pop. There was new Harbaugh mover start. Yeah. Yes, we do know that. I need to redo all mover logic for relative volume. I can't remember how far I'm going back, but it's not very much. It's not off the daily RVol, which I think it needs to be. It needs to look at the daily RVol. We gotta pop. If you can pop 520, you can probably get yourself 530, 520. We gotta pop. Look and make sure get that. Install the updates. You need to free up more. Yes, I know that. Figure that out later. Actually, I can probably do that. talking about? All right. YOUL doesn't have catalyst, so I'm thinking about quite on it. Alrighty, that's fine. Oh, that was the old. That was the. Oh yeah, I don't want that. I could probably get rid of that too. Gigs. All right. So TZ Momo, pre-market movers are going to be coming out of there. There's a fact. Pre-market movers can come out of there now on my screen. Low flow gainers will be coming up. Flow gain coming up. Okay. Stars should coming out of that. Oh wow. ATR says, yeah, need to find out why it's still. Momo scanner is almost ready. Yeah, see, it dropped off. The reason it dropped off is because, yeah, we were making higher highs, higher lows right up in here. Actually, right here. This was right here at 910 when you should be looking for trades right around 910 because momentum's upward. Around 910, yeah, right up in here you'd be looking for trades. Could have taken a 487. Up there, 497, get just about 10 cents. But it had to be on your radar. But if it's not, TZ Momo should flip over and tell you to take a look at it like it did me. Problem with that, you look at it, it's downward right here. EMA is just downward. It's a little hard. I want it to be upward momentum, or the VWAP upward momentum, and with TZ Momo. That is really good. I'm going to have to be back pretty soon. Take pre-market movers off. Where is it? Right there. Low floaters. Put the low floaters up there. Float gainer. I'll be right back. That market's open. Sit on your hands for a little bit. Hey, we got PTIX on the Momo. We got SLQT. What do we got here, people? What we got here? What we got here? PTIX. PTIX is Momoing. PTIX is Momoing. Got Cato on news. That's nothing. We got Evoke on news. Evoke is getting ready to Momo. Got APM. APM is just going a little crazy. Star needs to be removed. PTIX, good job. You're going to take its place. Got Cato. Cato's not really doing anything. Got SLQT. SLQT. SLQT is in the Momo. ISPC. ISPC is Momo. That is looking halfway decent. Got big volume on that previous 1 minute. That's the only problem with that. I wasn't at my desk. I was doing something, so I really don't know what was going on. ISPC, SLQT, SLQT. SLQT is not so hot. ISPC, ISPC, ISPC. Got resistance at $1.60, $1.80. A little cheap for me. We got Evoke. Got Evoke on the Momo. Evoke on the Momo. Evoke at 748 is limit up, limit down. Evoke has a catalyst. ISPC. I'm sorry, this isn't the Momo. Arval movers. These are Arval movers. Momos up here. Had it down here yesterday. Arval movers. Arval movers. OSS, which does not have anything. We have Evoke. Okay, ISPC is now it's on the Momo. Now it's on the Momo. ISPC had news. Breaking. That's not breaking news. Thinking we could get a pullback. I mean, the VWAP is 142. Could get a bounce off the VWAP of 142. Top would be 138. I just don't like this big wicks. That's the only problem with this ISPC. I mean, yeah, it's on the Momo, but it's just not all that good. We got AEMD, but AEMD does not have a catalyst. AEMD, it's on the Momo, but it does not have a catalyst. We got GXAI, that was played earlier this week. I need to update this to really, I got some work to do. Because as soon as it comes up, it needs to check it. Let's check a second. Yeah, I need to get that out of there and put it at its own So 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Show up here, broke. XAI is running. ISPC is okay, I guess. ISPC, no, it's not. I don't like those topping tails on the. That's the only problem. AEMD, AEMD. Got a wick on that 5 minute. That's a little. I mean, got a wick on that one. BSLK showed up. BSLK on the low floaters. That's usually a pretty good. Surprised that didn't show up. Oh, it didn't show up on a Momo because of the volume on the previous 5 minute. But look at that big, huge wick on that thing. That's GXAI. GXAI. I mean, if you this needs to be up to real. GXAI has no catalyst, so there's no reason why you should be going up. Just because people want to push it up. That's all it's doing. That I know of. Got 6.5 million float, 1.9 million volume. It's got volume. They're definitely pushing it. Got 226. Get up here. Gonna have to break. Gonna have to break to 235. Gonna have to break to 235. This GXAI has got the biggest volume so far on the low floaters. Sort by percent is definitely not there. INTG. TG is nothing. Kato. Kato. Kato's nothing. Neg. GXAI is the best one. That was on the Momo. That is the best one. Got in at 6. Got 236. Got yourself paid 10 cents so far. Top was down. So you got your 1 for 1. Just need to look at the level 2 and find why A has no catalyst. You know, this needs to. I really need to take a. And come over here. So if you look at this GXAI, this was on the Momo and it still is. LASE is on the Momo. Let's take a look at that. GXAI, you're in a good trade on that. LASE, volume there, to be quite honest. GXAI, I mean, LASE has got volume. You can get in and out. The spread's like 5 cents, but GXAI, Lassie, Lassie, LASE. I mean, yeah, that mode, volume, got 20 cents on that. I need to, instead of working on the charts, I need to work on this Momo scanner to be able to give us updates in real time. Because here's the thing, when it shows up on the Momo, you want to get the break of the 357. So, because it higher highs, higher lows right here with volume. So you get on a break of 357, which is right up here. Get a break of that. You were green continuously all the way up right here to 376. So you usually got yourself 15, 20 cents out of that trade. So, and the same thing with GXAI. GXAI was the same thing. GXAI showed up right here at 940. So at 940, which is right here, at 940, I mean, that's a little extended off the EMA. I mean, LASE, that was extended off the EMA too. So you get a bounce of 370, stop down. Let's see, has an ATR of 7. GXAI has an ATR of 11. So, I mean, you can get a bounce off that. I'll say at 370. It's up here. You got yourself some market hours. You can do a break even pretty easily. Market hours, you can just do shift B to break even. That's what I have it set as. But GXAI was really good one. It was a Momo. Um, you missed this pullback just because it didn't show up on the Momo because it was like 938, which is like right up in here, 938, right up in here. But as soon as it hits the Momo at 940, you need to be in at 216. Or 216, which is right here. Get in on the break of that, which you didn't have much time at all. But you can wait for the pullback and get it from 226, low to 236. You get about 10 cents right there. And even more, looks like it's popping. This is what you want, people. This is what you want. This is what you want. I need to update this for real time. I need to really sit down and analyze how I can do this. How I can do this with the code because got an idea. Got a pretty good idea how I can do I'm gonna have to fix the chart in order. No, because then. All right, let's get this tweeters, tweeters. Got the tweeters, not the tweakers, but the tweeters. Now, if you would got something there, 10 cents. Yes, so swap. Okay. I mean, LASE is up on the Momo, so that's okay. So LASE, now there's no catalyst on this, so there's no reason why it should be going up. But if you look at this, we had a run up and then we had a little micro pullback right here. And if you look at the volume was red. This candle's showing green, but I don't know. I need to really do up a delta. I really need to do up a delta. Uh, you could have gotten in on the break of that right there, or you could have gotten in on the break of the high of 385 and got yourself 395. Got yourself 10 cents right there pretty easily. Or you could have actually, once we come down here close to the EMA, but the EMA kind of would have been a little hard to play, but it is sloping upwards. Got movement upwards. You got the 5 minute that's moving up. I mean, it's all looking good. So it is. Now the 5 minute looks like it's putting in a little doji or a shooting star. Yep. So 5 minute putting in, I don't know, it's not even a shooting star. It just didn't make a higher high. So it's going to be dropping off of the scanner. Be dropping off of the scanner here pretty soon. You could have gotten yourself 10 cents on the trade. That was that 10 cents. That's all you really need. 10 cents. That's good. That's good. How much volume did we do? We did 9,000 volume on that. We did 65,000 volume on that. I mean, I don't know, $100 maybe. You got to be really careful when you don't have a lot of volume. You can't be going in like 10, 20,000 shares because who in the heck are you going to buy it to if this thing starts slamming down? Nobody wants that turd. It's going back down. I mean, it's a low floater. I mean, you got 5 million. It's only traded 900. It has only traded 950,000 on my level 2. So you got to be careful with it. You got to be careful with it. Really got to, before you get in, if you're a big whale, of course, if you're a big whale, I mean, if you're somebody like Ross Cameron that trades like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,000 shares at a clip, I mean, you really need to be looking at the volume because if you're holding 20,000 shares and this thing has only traded 13,000 in the previous candle, or it's only traded 60,000 there, who the heck are you going to be selling to? I mean, these are things you really need to be thinking about. But if you're trading that kind of size, you obviously know this already. There's no need for me to tell you. But if you think you're going to go all crazy and be like, oh, wow, the scanner is working awesome. This dude, Chris, knows what he's talking about. He's good. I'm going to go all in and go about 10,000 shares. And all of a sudden I can't get out of it. And you're calling me an idiot. CNA is on the Momo. And AEMD showed up again. AEMD. I just don't like playing that. No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And NCNA. Nope, don't like that at all. Topping tail, NCNA. We got big topping tail. You got the current 5 minute. Look at that 1 minute. And also look at the volume. It's blah. It's nothing. Now the volume does mean something because it had to be 50,000 volume within the first 10 minutes, had to be 50,000 volume. Let's come back here. Let's look at LASE. So LASE, 334. So that was a lower high, lower low. That, how much volume was that? That was 113,000. excuse me. That was 13. That was uh, maybe it needs to be 100,000. I don't know. Whoa! What the heck? There's something moving. I'm missing it. I'm sneezing. There's something moving. Eyes of water, and I can't see. All right. Come on, little stupid idiot. Okay. That was 1.2 million. That was 300,000. So you got like you got 1.5 million on these two candles right here. And look at it. It just pops. Just banger. I mean, a banger of like 216 to 240. You got yourself a banger there. LASE was somewhat, didn't have that much volume. I just thought about how I could do this. I just thought about how we can do this. I just thought about this. I just thought about how we can get this done. Oh, yeah, what we can do. I mean, GXA is what a banger. LASC is just kind of, maybe we need to look at GXAE. Got micro pullback on GXAE on a 5-minute. That's looking good. I mean, 236 got up to 245, about another 10 cents, but 236 or stops down there at 221. That's about 15-cent stop roughly. So 1,000 shares at $150. So you're risking 150 to make who knows how much. Keeps going. Also, I need to find out if interactive brokers, I'm not with. Light speed, how I can get the plotter, because I have to wait until it rolls over the next day. Import into Trading View, not Trading View, Trader View, whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about. That Trader VUE, Trader View, not Trader View as the charting platform, but the analyzer Trader View. So GXAE, I mean, you got yourself some poppers here. On the 1 minute, I mean, this didn't show up. It didn't show up right here. It only showed up right here on this candle right here, but you got a pop, you got a pullback, you get in on that pullback at 226. You ride it up to the low, boom, boom, boom. It starts breaking the low right there at 238. You got yourself about a nice big pullback, and we have a run up. There's really nothing telling me up in here to do anything. Nothing is telling me to do anything up here. This right here is telling me a lot. sloping upwards is telling me a lot. It has not even pulled back the way it has pulled back here. Didn't even trade below the EMA, which is good. At the VWAP, I mean, look at the VWAP. The VWAP comes up, pulls back, kisses the EMA and the VWAP, and it bounces right off. I mean, you could have gotten in maybe down here at 218, put your stop down here at 211. You can do that. Do that. Yeah, you can do that. Got the 9 EMA at 230, pop at 230. Everything's looking good. Everything's looking good. CGTX on the mower. I don't know when that showed up. I'm sitting here trying to think about CGTX on the mower. Probably showed up right here. Yeah, that was a quick little trade. That was a quick. You know, I kind of wish these crosshairs would be global to the other charts, but hey, it is what it is. 224, 950 at 224. But 950, which was right around in here. 950, yeah, so you had to run up here. Had a little micro pullback and getting at 224. Your stop's down to 220. You got a 3-cent stop. 224, and this thing ran up to 229. You got about 5 cents. Yeah, and do a little bit more. But you got to look at the volume, people. Current 5 minutes, 37,000. Gotta look at the volume, people. Probably get in 500,000 shares pretty easily. It all depends on the broker. I mean, I really do like Lightspeed. Lightspeed is pretty awesome. The main reason I do like Lightspeed, I was looking at Cobra Trading. Sean Deckmar uses them. And I was looking at them, but the problem is their platform doesn't run on a Mac. Alrighty. No, I didn't pick my nose or snort anything. Actually, it's when people don't start making noise. Oh, he was picking his nose on the stream, or snorting something. It's this stuff right here. It's like a menthol thing sticking your nose. For some reason, I was sneezing up a storm. Menthol will clear it out. It was fine until something got up my nose. Office is pretty clean, dusty. All right, so what I'm thinking of how we can get this live alerts. This is how I'm thinking we get ourselves some live alerts. How can you get yourself some live alerts? Well, you have to be connected to the WebSocket. The WebSocket is streaming. As you can see here, it's streaming. Wow, we got neg. Man, there's nothing on the Momo that has news. Why, people? Why? Why, oh, why, oh, why? So neg. All right, we're looking at GXA, GXAI. GXAI was good. CGTX. That was a Momoer. Oh, Lassie. Lassie was a real good Momoer. That bad boy just Cranked it up. All right. Got old Ned. Got old Neg. Old Neg ain't doing nothing. I wouldn't touch that piece of. I wouldn't touch that crap. GXAI is on the Momo. I might have to look back at the stream. You know, we could possibly. All right, so this is what I'm thinking for the Momo. So right here, it came up. Right here. 935. 930, boom. 935, 30, 35, it showed up. It showed up on this candle right here at 940. Okay. Gotta wait 5 minutes. Two of them got some movement, got some volume coming in. Bam, right there. Get a break of 216. Boom, get a break of 216. Maybe your stop's down there at 211. You can do that. Really do that. Get a tight stop and get yourself a hanger, 216 all the way up to 235. Yeah, it's up about 20 cents. That's pretty good. Um, or you go, or you just play it off the 1 minute. Right here at 940, you just start playing it off at the 1 minute. Got 940 right here. You could get in. You don't want to get in on the break of here because look at this. We ran up here. Okay, we ran up. We extended off the non-EMA. As you can see right here, it extended off the non-EMA just like it did. It extended off the non-EMA and came back just like it did right here. It extended way up here. It extended off the non-EMA. And what did it do? It came back down to non-EMA. Stocks love to trade around the non-EMA. So when you get a huge extension, more than likely, not all the time, but more than likely, a large percentage of the time, you're going to get a pullback to the non-EMA. And that's all this is just people take profit taking. Then you got some degenerates that want to short it. Then yeah, I just love making fun of you. All right. And then it just comes right back down here, bounces off down, keeps going. Uh, okay. Uh, live on focus. All right. And then so it comes back down here and you get stuff pop. Boom. But what I'm thinking is since we can connect to the WebSocket and get real-time data, that we can just look at the previous data right here. Because the code runs like, I think it's running every 50 seconds. But I need the Momo to be running every 30 seconds, to be quite honest. Because when this candle hits, we can't wait a minute. A minute, it could already ran. But we need to be checking every 30 seconds. We could probably do that. We could possibly do that, people. That's Sean Deckmar right there. Live streaming. You know, maybe call me an idiot, but I didn't know you could live stream on Twitter. Call me an idiot. Yeah, I'm an idiot. People, I'm an idiot. Uh, uh, what the heck? I didn't know you could live stream on there. Yeah, I'm just people. I'm gonna have to go with premium people. I didn't know this. Might be saying goodbye to you. Hello to Twitter. Going on OBS. There you go. Okay, I'm thinking Kato Momo, we got a catalyst. Kato. That's already been played. Volume. Rethink that situation, people. We got no volume. All I saw all I saw was Cato. News. Cato. Cato reports TQ earnings. It's on earnings. Who gives a crap? Okay, who gives a crap? Yeah. PGen for your degenerates. Ooh, look at PGen. Banger, 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 banger. Look at that. Boom. Got any volume on PGen? Yes, sir. We got some volume. We got the volume. We got the volume. We got the volume. Okay, I really need to rethink this situation because YouTube's just the long format, which is fantastic. Here, I didn't know this. So, here, I'll be right. Got y'all on the Momo. I don't think that's really gonna move. I really wouldn't even touch that. 8 p.m. is on Momo. You know, usually on the Momo at 9:40, 9:40 is when you want EQ. 9:40 is when you want to hit it, people. At 9:40. I mean, yeah, the reason these aren't showing up on the Momo is because there's just not enough volume, to be quite honest. Maybe I don't know what I need, but I really just I just need volume. That's just all there is. If you're going to be dumping out large shares, you can't be trading nothing that has 25,000 volume in a 50,000 volume in a 5 minute, and you're trying to trade like 10,000 shares. Crap ain't going to work. All right, I'll be right back. All right. I'm back. I had to talk. Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. I'm back. SLQT on the Momo, SLQT. But as I was saying, GXAI, GXAI, as I was saying, I'm going to be able to update this in real time, but as I was saying, these Momos that come out now, like XPEV, let's take a look at XPEV. XPEV, yeah, it's showing up. It's doing good. It's got the volume, so it's doing good, but here's the thing. You really want to focus at 940, focus on some good momos that happen. Okay, and trade that at 940. As the day goes on, the Momo is still going to work, but you just kind of need to. What I'm saying is, you get your best ones at 940, in my opinion, because at 11 o'clock, I want to be done trading. At 11 o'clock, I want to be done. I'm at my desk at 6:30, and I'm streaming at 7 a.m., and I'm done at 11 a.m., 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, that's a few hours. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 4 hours of streaming. I'm done. Streaming, shooting my mouth off, and trading, trying to figure blah, 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 this and that. By late afternoon, I'm ready. My old butt's ready to take a nap. But hey, it is what it is. All right. I'm going to go ahead and cut the stream anyways. I need to look into something. So good job, people. Good job on job. Good job. You need to look at my Twitter because I'll be streaming on that more than likely later. I will talk to you people later.